Peace, 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 family. It's yours truly, Amar Amari. I am the founder of Uwa Pele movement. Uwa Pele is a Yoruba word for gentle character. I want to thank everybody so much who has followed us on Instagram. Thank you for helping us to get over 1,500 rather subscribers. And also, thank you so much for following us on YouTube as well, helping us to get 335 subscribers. Actually, that's what I meant. Instagram is followers. But we thank you so much for you following, subscribing, everybody who shared and invited. We thank you so much. I just come on here to briefly give you an empowering message for your empowerment moment. Hopefully everybody's week has been going well. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in right now. If you are an entrepreneur, if you'd be so kind to share your business information out there in the comment block, we would love to support you. Uwa Pele movement, we focus on your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. My queen, Amari, is the co-founder. Alongside of every great man is a great woman. Every great king is a great queen. Yes, indeed. And we get ready to dive in. I just want to come on here very briefly on tonight and come on here long. I just want to share something with you because it's been on my mind throughout the duration of this day. So I just wanted to quickly give you an empowerment moment, as we call it. Okay. Listen, family, I believe in having a winner's mentality. I believe it's all about mindset. And in order for you to be victorious in your life, you must have a champion's mentality. Okay. When I was in the Marine Corps, for those who don't know, I'm a retired veteran. I served 20 years in the United States Marine Corps. And when I was in the Marine Corps, in order for you to make rank, you had to do your courses that pertain to your specific rank. Like when I was a sergeant, I had to do courses for me to get promoted to staff sergeant, so forth and so on. And also, we had academies that we had to go to. When I made it to the rank of corporal, I had to go to the corporal's course. When I made it to the rank of sergeant, likewise, then they came out with a curriculum that you could do. And then, you still had to go to the staff academy. Okay. So when I made the rank of staff sergeant, that's what I had to do. Okay. At each one of those levels, I had already seen myself walking across the stage, receiving my certificate. Listen, the only way that you can win is that you have to see yourself finishing at the start line. Okay. When others count you out, you have to count yourself in. And sometimes we count ourselves out, and that's the reason why we stay on the outside of success. We stay on the outside of prosperity because we count ourselves out. Listen, in order for you to be able to get on the inside, to get the inside information, you must understand that you have to have the mindset of who and what you are. Again, you have to have the mentality, okay, to solidify who and what you are. Okay. If you see yourself less than, so a man or woman think in their heart, so are they. Okay. So if you see yourself as less than, then you will live beneath your greatness. I'm the type of person I like listening to people who are great. They definitely inspire me. I love to hear their stories. I love to know their story to their glory. And as for myself, me coming from off of welfare, me coming from a drug dealing, gang banging, broken family, chaotic situation type of background, and to see myself to be where I am today, all praises be. Again, not boasting. I just celebrate the wins in my life because I recognize there is no losses. Okay. The only L's I catch is lessons. I never see myself as losing. I see myself learning. Okay. And I can just simply recall me being at my girlfriend's house, not having a vehicle because of the situation I was going through, financially struggling. You know, I just remember also staying at my homeboy's apartment. He allowed me to stay there, you know, till I got on my feet, you know, and I just kept going. I just kept striving. Nobody would have known what I was going through because of my mindset. I kept a positive mind. You know, I didn't allow those things to define me. Okay. I didn't allow my wilderness to keep me from my promised land. Okay. And as I began to endure, I began to go through those things in my life. And I just seen myself winning. That's all I seen. Okay. I'm just keeping it real with you. Sometimes, you know, you feel discouraged. Sometimes you start questioning about whether or not you need to go left or go right. You know, I definitely had those uncertainties in my life. But one thing I was certain of, that I was destined to be somebody of greatness. And I continue to keep going forward, even though some people counted myself out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't count myself out. Okay. I didn't count me out. You know, I understood, you know, I'm only going through the process. You know, this is just a process that I'm going through, you know, and I seen myself at the finish line. You know, so every time, like I said, I went to an academy, I seen myself walking across that stage. I seen me receiving my certificate. And I promise you, it always happened every single time. Matter of fact, there were some tests that I had to retake. In fact, in boot camp, okay, because I couldn't shoot the rifle that well at that specific time. Okay, I ended up getting dropped to another platoon. But guess what ended up happening? Okay, shortly after that, I ended up becoming a marksmanship trainer. Okay, I ended up being a range safety officer. I ended up becoming a OIC of a rifle range. In fact, before I got orders to go to Okinawa, Japan, I was getting ready to go to an instructor trainer course because I was like a 7th or 8th award expert with the rifle. Listen, man, don't allow nobody to count you out. Okay. Don't allow nobody to count you out. Don't allow yourself to count you out, because other people can count you out, but you'll be out if you say that you're out. Okay. You know, some people say it's over, you're done, you're finished. Listen, understand this. The only time you should see yourself as finished is seeing yourself at, you know, the cross line, at the finish line. That's it. That's the only finish that you should see. Okay. You should see yourself receiving your degree. Okay. You should see yourself not as a small business, but as a big business. Okay. I don't see us just staying here. Okay. I see us in the near future. Okay. I see us in the end when I begin. Okay. That's the way that I think. And you have to have a victorious mentality. Okay. You have to see yourself in the end, in the beginning. You have to see yourself at the finish line when you start. Okay. But listen, don't count yourself out before you begin, because you will never begin. You'll never enter in because you counted yourself out. You got to keep your mind focused. You got to. Okay. Don't believe the smoke screen. You understand what I'm saying? It's just illusion. It causes confusion. Okay. It's a detour to keep you from hitting your mark. Okay. You got to maintain your focus. Okay. Sometimes you have to adjust yourself. Okay. Because sometimes we're off in our mentality. So sometimes we got to adjust ourselves. Just like when I was at the firing line, when I was in the Marine Corps, right? And as I used to teach, you know, those who start hitting, you know, like missing their target, what I would do was tell them, hey, okay, you off a little bit to the left, adjust yourself a little bit over to the right. Okay. And we used to have to get side alignment, sight picture. Okay. So you had to make sure, you know, that it's really your target that you're looking at. You're aiming at the right, you know, the right target. And then once you got everything in place, your 7 elements of a good shooting position. Okay. You aim in, you know, you get that bone support, that muscle control, you know, your breathing control, that trigger control, your natural respiratory pause. Okay. Your side alignment, your sight picture, your natural point of aim, you get all those things in place. And once you got all those things in place and you see that that's exactly where you're aiming at, then you go ahead on and you take your shot. Listen, that's what some of what you have to do. Align yourself, adjust yourself. Some people are missing, but only thing you got to do, hey, find out what's the problem. Why do you keep missing? Okay. Make sure that you get your mindset in the right place. A lot of people keep missing success because they have the wrong mentality. They listen to the wrong people. You're hanging around the wrong people. Okay. You have to understand that sometimes you have to disconnect. You have to disconnect because understand when you are connected into a specific atmosphere, okay, that type of energy flows into your life. Okay. And just like, for instance, you unplug, a plug from the receptacle where the energy, where they're receiving, because that's the receptacle there, that's how the plug gets the energy. So when you disconnect it from that power source, it loses power. Okay. So understand, in order for you to start living victorious, you got to disconnect yourself from a losing mindset. In order for you to start living victorious, sometimes you got to disconnect yourself from people, okay, who has a losing mindset. Okay, they don't see themselves beyond what's in front of them. Listen, let me share something with you. When my wife and I, when we started this, I remember we was only taking like one package to the office. Okay, when we started El Kevlar Lifestyle, we was only taking like one package to the office, man, to the post office. I was taking pictures. I look at the pictures now. We had 1-2 packages. And all praises be, now we're taking like a tub, to the office. And guess what? Some days, it's only a basket, and some days the tub is full again. You understand what I'm saying? Now listen, if our emotions would be like the bin, and it was like the basket, our emotions would be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, because one day the basket is full, got a big old tub, and then the next day, oh, it only has this much. But guess what? Sometimes, guess what? In that basket, it's like almost $1,000 worth of merchandise. Now, if somebody see us taking this small little basket there, you know what I'm saying? And nobody would think that that's $1,000 worth of merch. Yes, almost $1,000 worth of merch. What I'm saying to you, it's not what it looks like. You understand? You got to understand. Listen. Sometimes you're going to have obstacles that's going to come in your life that's going to cause you to question the direction that you're going in. But I want you to understand this, family. You're going in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. It's just like a relationship, right? Okay. Just because things may be rocky at that moment, why are you going to make that moment a lifetime? You understand? Don't make a moment a lifetime. Don't make a moment your life story. You understand? You have to keep pushing. You have to keep grinding. Keep going. And I promise you, just from experience, okay, the vision and the dream and the word that you heard, it shall come to pass. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to tell you to stay in the race. Okay? Understand this. You got to see the process, and you got to see the aftermath of the things that you're going through. Some days are better than other days. But listen, my wife and I, we both know what was spoken to us. There was a specific item, and I'm not going to tell you our secret. Yeah, there's a specific item, that we have, and we've been doing fairly well with that item. But when we started, that item didn't go nowhere. Some of these items didn't go nowhere, but what we kept doing was we kept advertising. And as we began to advertise, these products started getting traction. Then people started recognizing the products. People started buying the products. Then the next thing you know, we start getting good reviews. And then because of the reviews, people say, oh, okay, and they start trying out the product. And, also we provide not only a premium product, but we provide premium customer service. Okay. So it takes more than you just having a good product, family. You got to understand this too. You got to have an overall phenomenal experience for the customers. Okay. Some of you may be authors. Some of you may be speakers. Okay. Some of you may not be having the traction that you would like. You don't have the momentum, but listen, you have to keep going, because if you stop, you'll never know. You'll never know. You'll never know. You'll never be able to experience the greatness, okay, that you are destined to experience and that you are destined to operate in if you stop. When you stop, guess what you're doing? You're stopping yourself from receiving the blessings that the universe has for you. What you're doing is you're shutting up the windows of heaven and you're closing up your blessings to where you can't have it. You can't receive. You got to maintain your confidence. You got to have that unwavering faith. You got to stand firm. You got to know that you know that you know that you know. You understand? Listen, even when other people, there's casualties in war. There's casualties in war. There's casualties in this mental war. There's people that they faint. They give up. They tap out. Okay? And during this pandemic, there's a lot of people who just tapped out. They just gave up. When you could just turn your business into an online business and just listen to marketers and learn how to market your business, learn how to brand yourself, and don't give up. Queen Shanda Bray, she said, winner mentality, positive perception produces positive feelings, which leads to positive behavioral responses. That is powerful. I totally agree 100%. Well said. Well said. Well said. So, I just want you to understand this, that things happen just like that. You keep on going, you keep on moving. Things happen. You understand what I'm saying? And I love to talk about relationships too. And I'm getting ready to close here. A lot of people, they admire my queen and I relationship again, but this takes work. We've had our disagreements. Okay. But what you see is years of loving each other and praying with each other and taking our time to understand each other and communicating, with one another and listening to each other. Neither one of us is perfect. We have our flaws too, right? You understand? But I would have never seen this beautiful relationship that so many people praise and that's impacting so many people's lives. I would have never seen this relationship blossom had I given up. And if I would have given up, man, I would have gave up a beautiful relationship. In fact, what I would have done, I would have given up my dream. Now, when I say this, I say this all the time to my queen. I said, you're my queen, the woman of my dream, and that's all that's in between. You know what I mean? That's just a little something I say to my queen, and I'm sincere about that. This is a woman that I dream of. Listen, man, I have numerous relationships under my belt, okay, and marriages at that, okay, and I'm not ashamed to tell people, okay, but listen, I didn't give up. Had I given up, I would have gave up on the woman of my dream. I would have gave up on the queen that was destined to be in my life, who she and I now are building an empire. She's my destiny. Had I tapped out, I would have never tasted and seen how good love really is. I would have never had such a beautiful experience of being in a healthy relationship with such a mature and beautiful woman. And if this get me husband points is all good, because I cash them in. You understand. You understand. Yes, sir. But nevertheless, though, family, in all seriousness, just make sure that you detox your mind from those things that is going to prohibit you from being able to accomplish your goals, that's going to keep you from winning. Okay. There was this power lifter, man. And I watched this video, man. Every time this gentleman, I wish I could remember his name, but unfortunately his name escapes me. All right. But anyway, he ended up going to the Olympics. And before he actually won a gold medal, all the competitions he went to, he never won. He never won. You know what I'm saying? He cried, he was embarrassed, he was ashamed. But his hunger and thirst after his goal, after his dream, he just kept going, and eventually he ended up winning. He ended up winning the gold medal. And this is a real story in real life. And I watched it. I'm like, wow. Wow. I mean, he couldn't even lift it. A couple of times his hand slipped off the bar. He didn't even get it up in the air. One time, he got it up, but he couldn't get it up. But then eventually he just kept going, and then he ended up making that lift. And he ended up getting the gold medal. So what I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Keep on pushing. You're going to be misunderstood. Some people are going to be sitting on the sideline to watch you fail, but guess what? They're pulling up a front row seat to watch you win. I'm going to say it again. Some people are on the sideline cheering for you to lose and pulling up a front row seat thinking that they're going to see you lose, but what they're going to do is they're going to see you win. They're going to see you win. Listen, keep your focus. Remember why you started. Always go back to the why. Why am I doing this? I know I'm in this for my family and for you. I desire to see people win. I desire to see people blessed. I desire to see people live their dream. I desire to see people's visions come to pass. I desire for people to experience the word that they heard in their spirit to come to pass. Because family, I know what it's like when you have certain oppositions in your life that try to get you to abort the birthing of your blessing. I know what it's like to feel like this is not it, but it is it. See, some of us, we have to come out of this fantasy world of thinking that because something is meant to be, that you will not face opposition. Family, that is just not true. That is not. I don't know not one successful person that I know indirectly or directly that has never faced an obstacle. Even myself. Some of you have been following me, and some of you have just recently connected with myself. But I just have to share this with you because you got to understand now, I may be a serial entrepreneur. I may be in one of the most lucrative businesses in the world as a real estate investor. But listen, I want you to understand, I know what it is to jump the fence and go over your auntie house and get a cup of sugar just to make some Kool-Aid. I know what it is to stand in the welfare line. I know what it is to go get credit at the corner store. I know what it is to have a book of food stamps back in the day when there was a book of food stamps. I know what that looks like. I know what it's like, to be doubted and people looking down on you and lying on you. And man, I know what it's like when you're doing good, they treat you bad. But listen, family, don't give up, look up. Don't look down on yourself. Understand what's really inside of you. Listen, this is not just a pep talk. This is a life that I walk. Okay? My lifestyle does the talking. Listen, in the elevator means elevate. Think about it. Elevator elevates, right? When you push the button in the elevator, if you push the button down, the elevator goes down. If you push the button up, then the elevator goes up. Very simple, right? Very simple. Okay, I want you to think about how your mind is the elevator. And whatever you put in your mind that causes you to look down on yourself, how can you go up looking down? Huh? How can you go up looking down, beloved? You got to stop looking down on yourself and you got to start looking up. I will look to the hills which come with my help. You got to start looking up. You got to stop looking down. In fact, you got to stop looking back, because that's the reason why your life goes backwards. Your life is not going forward because you keep looking back. You keep looking back on the mistakes that you made. Listen, you can't change that, but you certainly can change your life and your today so that your tomorrow can be better than your today. You got to accept the gift of your present. Whatever you do in your today is going to set you up for your tomorrow. Whatever you do now is going to bless you later. How do you know this, Amar? Because I worked for a total of 20 years and I retired fully at the age of 39 years old. What I did back then is blessing me now. I keep telling you, family, I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. I fully retired at the age of 39 years old. 39. I'm talking about when I left out the United States Marine Corps, all of my bills were paid off. All of my furniture was paid off. My vehicle was paid off. The only thing I had was a credit card. And guess what? I was up to date on that too as well. And I did that to maintain my credit. I'm here to help you win. Let us win together. Now we're scaling our business as a six-figure business, making in the double digits, in the thousands, because we didn't give up. Scaling our way up to making millions from the multiple streams of income that we have coming in, because we didn't give up. Listen, man, when we started this real estate investment business, my God, man, it seemed like every time we turned around, something was breaking. I'm talking about my wife and I, we spent thousands of dollars. We was like, oh my God, what do we do? Are we supposed to be doing this? But you know what? We said, hold on, wait a minute. We can't look at the now. We have to look at the later. We can't be short term with our thinking. We got to be long term. Once we fix it, when is the next time we're going to have to fix it? How often is something going to need to be fixed? Then we had to go back to the why. Wait a minute. How can we build generational wealth if we tap out? So we manned and we womaned up and we held on. And now we have people ringing our phone off the hook trying to buy these properties, because the equity in the home has went up so high in these properties, people calling us left and right. Hey, you want to sell this property over here? Hey, you want to sell this property over here? No, 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 no. Why? Because of a winner mindset. You can never be a champion if you give up the race. You can never win the prize if you give up. You can never taste victory. You can never taste success. And whatever success looks like, wherever arena that you're looking to be successful in, because some people want to be successful in their relationships. Some of you may be successful business owners, but you want to be successful in your relationship. Okay. Some of you may be successful on your job, but some of you may be aspiring to be an author. Okay. Queen Glenda Tate say, stay focused, winning. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Queen, for tuning in. All right. So some of you may have a financial goal, and sometimes things may come in your way to where you was getting ready to invest that money and then something happened. Listen, I'm here to tell you, family. I'm here to tell you. Don't get caught up in your wilderness. Stay focused on the promised land. Don't get caught up in your wilderness. That is not your expected end. See, hope, meaning that you're expecting something to come. Okay? Listen, you keep working until you stop dreaming. Brother Mar, what? I'm going to say it again. You keep working until you stop dreaming. Brother Mar, what? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You keep grinding until your dream becomes a reality. That's what I'm talking about. To where you no longer have to dream, because now it's a reality. Thank you so much, family. For tuning in. I want to see us all win together. Let's keep winning together. So thank you so much for tuning in to your empowerment moment with yours truly, Amari. I'm the founder of Uwa Pele Movement. Uwa Pele is a Yoruba word for gentle character. And we focus on your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. My queen, Amari, is a co-founder. We thank you all right, for tuning in. We thank you all for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on IG. Remember also, if you have a business that you would like to highlight, we have a business entitled Synergetic Network Group LLC, where we are the community liaison for entrepreneurs and consumers. We would like to highlight your business. It is imperative that you do this, especially during this critical time when we move into the digital world, where we're doing e-commerce in this moment. Listen, nobody can support a business that they know nothing about. So whatever product and or service that you have, Synergetic Network Group LLC, we're here to help to highlight your business so you can grow your clientele and you can build business-based generational wealth. Have a blessed one. Thank you for tuning in. Let's win. Hey, hey, hey. We winning. Hey, hey, hey. We winning.